Philip Kennedy Johnson and Fernando Blanco explore a world Jon Stewart has made safe as the Guardian, the greatest of the Green Lanterns, who not only protects the central power battery, but also his mother and newly returned to life sister. Philip Kennedy Johnson dives into the Green Lanterns This Dark Crisis tie-in with a wonderful, very Kingdom Come-esque inspired piece for Jon Stewart, and the Paradise world Pariah has trapped him in. Johnson expertly uses Jon Stewart's history as not just a Marine, being Johnson was in the military himself, but also his time as an architect and how that was one of the primary reasons he was chosen as a new Green Lantern. Stewart utilizing the tenets he learned as an architect to overcome threats was a lot of fun, especially when said threats were weird Lovecraftian creatures, something I've come to learn that Johnson loves adding to his stories, as evidenced by his Action Comics run and his Alien series. Stewart's family history also comes into play greatly, with a cool twist with his dead sister not just being returned to life thanks to this new Paradise world, but also she is this world's power battery and something that Jon turned into his sister, which is a great bit of symbolism for Jon, and I like that the thing that gives him the power of a Green Lantern is also his sister, so he's kind of fueled by her memory and her love for her, which I think is really quite cool. Fernando Blanco drew Jon Stewart's Paradise world with wonderful flourishes of bright greens and some yellows, and I really liked character redesigns that immediately tell you who the character is before even revealing their names, which is very important in designing a new character or redesigning a character, and here he knocks it just out of the park. Worlds Without a Justice League Green Lantern issue 1, while not forwarding the Dark Crisis story greatly, was a great look in on Jon Stewart's personal paradise and the lengths he goes to protect his newly formed family and the world he loves. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Worlds Without a Justice League Green Lantern issue 1 finds Green Lanterns Jason Todd, Kyle Rayner, and Natasha Irons battling a dark army as Eleanor Stewart asks her mother to tell her the story of the Guardian. Shirley tells her daughter that Jon doesn't like them calling him that, but before he was the Guardian of Earth and even a Green Lantern, he was a Marine who fought in a war. The Lanterns above Earth continue their battle against the Dark Army, but one manages to stab Kyle, infecting him. Kyle begins to pray for Jon's help, signaling a green flash below on the Earth's surface as Shirley tells her daughter that something terrible happened to Jon when he was at war, but the man just prayed for the strength, and then in a flash of light, Jon became the Green Lantern and a superhero, the Earth's first and greatest hero who, after a battle on Oa, he built the Watchtower and founded a team to protect Earth while he traveled the multiverse. Jon soon turned in his ring and passed it on, retiring as down on the farm, Jon continues to build his fence, listening to the story his mother is telling his sister. He tells her to stop since he doesn't like hearing about it, but his mother thinks he's only heard about it since he's just sneaking around. As Eleanor asks about the war, Kyle's message possesses her, telling Jon that he is needed since they have found her and the Bright Revenant is with the Dark Army. Eleanor returns to normal, acting like nothing happens, which causes the elderly Shirley to disappear inside the house. Jon follows and is told by her that he told them that when he formed the Watchtower, he wouldn't be needed anymore. Jon knows that it's nothing to worry about and that the Corps probably just need a hand. Shirley doesn't want her son to talk like she is stupid, knowing he gave her back her daughter she buried at the same age she was when she lost her, and she hasn't aged since she came back, and it's like a miracle. And that definitely has a price to be paid someday, wanting to know the truth, thinking that today is that day. Jon explains that the army is called the Radiant Dead, and they are the ones who killed the old Guardians, and if they killed the central power battery like they were meant to, there wouldn't be any Green Lantern Corps, or anything else for that matter. So he took the battery and hid it in the shape of his own sister. He assures his mother that it really is his sister, or his memory of her at least, but now she is more than what she was before. Jon tells his mother that he will fix this, and the woman hopes that he will come back, and Jon promises he will, since she will never have to bury either him or his sister ever again. Jon visits his sister, telling her that he has to go for a bit, hoping that she'll take care of their mother. He hugs her, telling her to practice her reading as he powers up, telling them that when he gets back, he's going to finish building that fence. John transforms into his guardian form as Eleanor asks her mother why she thinks no one else can do what John does, asking if it's because he's a soldier. Shirley says that some people think it's because of that, but knows John is special because he is a builder and his mind is always pushed against the limits that were set upon him, be it the limitations of time or resources and even three-dimensional space. But now he's not limited anymore. John backs up his lantern army, killing a giant squid monster as Shirley tells her daughter that John has been the guardian since the day he was born, whether any of them like it or not, and there are some threats only he can face. John faces down a giant space baby as Natasha tells him an hour ago they had 2,300 lanterns, but now they have just over 900. John thinks that she should have called him sooner, but Nat knows he's retired. John thinks that it will be okay as John warns him of the baby one getting closer to the battery. Suddenly, chains shoot out of the Bright Revenant as it awakens, unleashing an army of dark Thanagarians. The beings kill more lanterns as it heads for Earth, but John pursues it. Jason doesn't want him going alone since it will kill him, but John tells him that he's not wrong to be afraid. However, Jason is wrong to let his enemies see it, since they are Green Lanterns and their enemies should fear them. John attacks the Bright Revenant, knowing what it is, how old it is, and how strong he is, and how he killed the greatest heroes and gods of 1,000 other worlds. But this isn't their home. It's his. John plunges his spears into the creature, blowing it up in a bright green light and freeing the other lanterns from its dark control. The lanterns celebrate the Guardian's win as he returns to Earth, continuing to make his friends on his farm. Shirley tells Eleanor, like all other heroes in the old stories, the war is over and now he's doing his works of peace. Eleanor asks if the monsters will come back and try and take her, but Shirley knows that with Jon Stewart around, they will never be apart again.